Okay. Ooh, heavyweights come out. Texas at Georgia. Georgia laying 6. Game total 48.5. Let's see who's starting at quarterback for Texas. If it's Arch Manning, I know exactly what I'm doing. Is he out of okay? Georgia preparing for a surging Texas QB Arch Manning. Okay, so Arch Manning is in fact, I think he played last week, so I think he's healthy. Let's just double check real quick, just to confirm that that happened. Yeah, they've been off for they're off a bye. Yeah, so Arch he looks solid against Vanderbilt. Okay, okay. Um, I mean, 25 for 33, 328, and 3 touchdowns. It's probably the best game he played all year. He needed to play that to get that win. If he had struggled, they definitely would have lost. Texas definitely would have lost that game. Um, I think this is where Georgia ends Texas's playoff hopes. I think you might see a 3-loss SEC team, sneak in it as net large. I don't know if Texas has a good enough resume to get in. Just going through it real quick. So Texas, they have the loss at Ohio State in week 1. They beat San Jose State, they beat UTEP, they beat Sam Houston. Great wins that I'm sure the program is exceptionally proud of. They lost to Florida in the Swamp as a first loss. They did beat Oklahoma in Austin. Okay, barely got by Kentucky. Barely got by Mississippi State at Mississippi State. Good road wins. Uh, Struggled. Vanderbilt almost came and clipped them, and now they have to go. So they've honestly they really haven't played anybody all season. Now they have to go to Georgia. Good luck. The Bulldogs they had the one bad loss early at home to Alabama that everybody's kind of hanging their hat on and hemming and hawing about, but when these two teams played last year, Georgia won. They won 30-15 last October, and they played again. This is the third time in almost a year these teams have played. They did beat them in the playoff 22-19. That was at a neutral though. So now Texas has to go to Georgia. Texas is gonna get pounded. You're gonna see bad Arch Manning again. I have a feeling. And Georgia's been on a mission since they had that loss against Alabama. They beat Kentucky by 3 scores, won at Auburn, good win for them. Beat Ole Miss in Athens, won in the Swamp, always a tough place to play. Beat Mississippi State by 20, and now they get Texas. This Texas offense, they kind of came out of their shell a bit against Vanderbilt. Uh, Okay, you can do that against Vandy. They can, their defense isn't, it's an SEC quality defense, but it's not the best. Um, but I don't trust that Texas offense at all, especially on the road. I think Georgia comes out and wrecks them a bit. Even though this is one of the softer Georgia defenses, I think this one you're going to see some points scored. The game total at 48.5. I like the over an awful lot. Um, if I had to guess it, I'd say like a 31-21 final would be where you end up with Georgia winning by 10. Um, I feel real. I don't. This Longhorns team is not impressed me all year. I think they're kind of fraudulent. I think they definitely padded their win total with the non-conference. I mean, come on, San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston. Give me a break. So I'll lay the 6 with Georgia. Um, and I'm hoping this puts Texas out of the playoffs because I don't think they're one of the 16 best teams in the country. Uh, yeah, I'm all on them dogs. Lay the 6. Let's go. Okay, next up.